just in case anyone missed it and wants to see. But thank you so much. I'm so happy everyone's here. And I want to thank Jeff too. It was his idea because I was talking about my leaders and how awesome you guys are. And he was like, well, do you want me to do a presentation on Summit before Summit? Kind of like we heard on our National Wake Up Call. And I said, heck yes, I'll take every opportunity I can. Because for me, Jeff is super inspiring. He helps me check in, look at my business, maybe push a little bit harder than what I had kind of considered, or look at specifics of things that I may have overlooked. So I think his advice is kind of invaluable in that sense. So I'm going to let you run with it, and ladies, listen up.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Wendy, thank you very much. It's a pleasure. It's an honor to be here with each one of you guys. You know, from talking with Wendy and getting to know Wendy, you guys have a rock star team here. And so I'm pretty honored to meet you guys and see you guys on here. I do want to kind of touch base. How many of you guys here have been a coach for less than a year? Just raise your hands. All right, we got 3, 4. I got a partial, so that means you're roughly around or a little over a year. Gotcha. Hampson West. All right, perfect. So it's a little less than a year. Okay, and how many of you guys are a diamond or above coach yet? Any diamonds? Okay, we got Lauren, we got Kathy, Wendy, Joe. Okay, and you others, emeralds, raise your hand. Awesome, awesome. How about coaches? All right. Katie, raise her hand. Perfect, perfect. Once again, I'm glad to have you guys. So what we'll do is we're going to talk about some key elements that help you elevate your business, okay? We're going to talk about, you know, what it takes to be great. And as you guys know, you got a great rock star here, Wendy Jo Spencer, who kills it in this business and rocks it. How many of you guys listen to her? Okay, good. Okay, you're listening to her. How many of you take what she says and puts it to action? Oh, I got double hands by Kathy, one hand. I got some partials, some, oh shoot, do I raise my hand or not? All right. The reason I say that is because Wendy knows what she's talking about, okay? There's very few coaches like Wendy. Okay, and I say that because you all joined her team for a couple of reasons. One is you respect her. 2, you see her as a rock star. 3, you trust her. Okay, when you trust somebody, what does that mean? You got to go 100% in with what she says. Okay, how many of you on this call are full-time, 100% business builder coaches and want this more than anything? Okay, okay, good, good. So what I'm going to talk to you about is stuff that I'm sure you've never heard before from Wendy, but I'm going to talk to you about some key elements of this business. Because one thing I just kind of want to give you guys a little perspective. Okay, I'm not a coach. Okay, I'm not a coach like you guys. I'm actually corporate, which means I don't run, I'm not in the field like you guys. I don't grind it like you guys. But what I do see is I see what coaches are doing. What coaches are doing well at. I see what coaches don't do so hot at. I see some coaches plateau their business and prevent themselves from growing. And I see others like Wendy just kill it, okay, because they're doing the right elements. So what I want to do is I want to focus on a couple key things, as I was telling before, of what I see out there that's working. What is it that separates certain coaches? What is it that has certain coaches out there that are killing it and rocking it, and you're like, why not me? What am I missing? What is it that I need to do to be just like them? Okay, so let's talk about those, okay? And Wendy, Joe, you feel free to just chime in when you think because I'm going to turn to you for a lot of things, and you just, you know, chime in anytime you want when you have something great to add on to it. But also, how many of you guys would like to move your business once a quarter, rank advance once a quarter? Okay, you think about it. You diamonds, where does that put you? There's 3 more quarters. That's putting you at a 3-star diamond coach. That's what I'm talking about, Kathy. I like the 2 thumbs up. All right. And you emeralds, diamond, 1-star, 2-star. Who wants to be a 2-star diamond coach? Okay. You see the reality of what this business can be. Okay. You don't need to sit there at emerald and go, oh my gosh, this is going to take forever. I need to put in 2 years before I'm to the next level. You can if that's what you want. But my purpose here is to help you achieve your goals. Okay. And that's my #1 priority. It doesn't matter what it is, when it is. It's on your timetable, but we want to get your business in a system or a cycle where you're really moving your business. You're doing those key elements on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to achieve each of those quarterly, monthly, quarterly, and year-end goals, okay? So let's talk about what those are, okay? First of all, we're going to talk about the tangibles and the intangibles of what that means. Tangibles meaning the action items. What is it I need to be doing daily? Okay, and the intangibles are the leadership the behaviors that you need to do, and together they're going to combine to really make a true leader and help you go from good to great. Okay, so Wendy, I'm going to pick on you for a minute here. What is one of the key elements in this business that is the most important to you, or one of the most important?
Being consistent with my coaches and my customers.
Okay, consistency. Okay, I'll hear that word a lot, right? Mallory, Nina, Lauren, don't you hear that word a lot? Consistency. Okay, got it, guys. Thank you. Can you say it one more time? All right, got it. I know I need to. But how many of you really do it? Huh? It's easier said than done. Okay, so let's talk about consistency. Perfect, Wendy. Thank you. Okay, to be a coach going from good to great, you need to develop consistency. So now let's dive into that. What does that mean? Okay, what kind of consistency are we talking about? We have personal behaviors, okay, and consistency is one of them, and then there's the action items, okay? The first one is behavior. How many of you, or not behavior, I'm sorry, belief. Okay, it's your belief in yourself and the belief in the business. Okay, very, very crucial. There's a handful of coaches out in this business, okay? How many of you guys are in this business because you're all about transformation, either for yourself or for your coaches? You want to see transformations, okay? Physical or financial, okay? Others are in here for the fitness. Love working out, will work out 8 hours a day if they could, but love the fitness. Anyone? Okay. How many are the financial? Really want to make money, want to see others make money more than anything, okay? And then how about those that are all about nutrition? You know, clean eating, nutrition is very important. Okay, how many of you guys are all of the above? How many of you are how many of you are just some of them? One or two of the three or four I said, okay? And how many of you are none of the above? Okay, let me tell you something. This business has people in each of those categories I gave you equally successful. You don't need to be one category or the next or combine one or two. You can be anywhere and still be successful with two key elements, consistency and belief, okay? And the belief is one of the most important. So I want you to write those two key words down, read the definitions, write about them, eat, drink, and sleep about them, write in your journal about them, look up YouTube videos, read up on Wendy's videos, anything regarding those two topics, and create your own. What does belief mean to you? What are you doing to be consistent? Okay. The only way those words are going to mean something is if you internalize them, personalize them, and put them into action. Okay. So that's one challenge I want to give you guys. Okay. So that's with consistency and then also with belief. Okay. Belief is a funny one because one side of belief is actually believing in yourself. Okay. We just talked about each one of you guys on this call can be a 2 to 3 star Diamond Coach Plus. Okay, that means you're a premier coach. You're going to be making, you know, between $500 and $1,500 weekly, if not more. That's kind of exciting. Okay, so let's talk about that. So the question on the belief side is, how many of you can actually eat, drink, and sleep that, we'll say 1,000 weekly? Do you believe it? Okay, some of you are it's easier said, but do you internally believe that you deserve that? Okay, and this is why I mean by it. I have an example for you. There's a coach that I kind of got to know around November, December, and she was probably a 1-star, 2-star Diamond coach at the time. Right now, she's a 5-star Diamond coach, almost 6-star Diamond qualifying. Okay, and when I met her, I thought she was cool, nice coach, but I kept going, what makes her great? What is it? Because every single one of you have certain characteristics and qualities that make you amazing. And so I looked at her and said, what is it that makes her great? We had a new leadership conference in January, and I met her, and I was like, okay, I want to kind of watch and see what makes her great. Well, as I got to know her, every time you talked to her, she was very low pressure, not intimidating. The biggest key was her belief in herself, okay? When I called her on the phone, she's married, has kids, but her mother was her biggest #1 fan, was always right next to her. And as we were talking, I would say, how's your business? She'd go, her mom would chime in, oh, by the way, did you know how great she is? Let me tell you how awesome she is. She's so wonderful. She's fantastic. And I said, thanks, Mom. I got it. Mom, I can tell your daughter's great. Thank you. No, she really is. Let me tell you why. Okay. The key is she always had that little Jiminy Cricket on her shoulder telling her how great she was. And it's not just that her mom was telling her that, or that Jiminy Cricket was telling her, is she believed it. Okay. She goes, when I talk to her, she would go, I'm going to be a 5-star diamond coach. I go, okay, cool. Everyone wants to be a 5-star diamond coach. No, she goes, no, you don't understand. I'm going to be a 5-star diamond coach. And this is how I'm going to get there. And she laid out her roadmap. Okay. And I smiled at first. And finally I saw she believed in it so much, I wanted to test her. So I challenged her. I said, I don't know if you're going to make it. And she looked at me and says, oh no, I'm going to make it. You just watch and see. So I kind of, I cultivated that competitiveness in her to see. And I kept questioning her. I go, no, I don't think you're going to make it. I mean, you're going to have a baby. There's a lot of elements that are in play. Maybe you should back your goal back a little bit. I didn't do that because I didn't believe her. I did that to see how much she believed in herself. And she came back around and even, kept saying, I've got it, this is mine, and would not back down. Okay, she proved it, hit her goal 1 week earlier than she anticipated, had a baby in the process, and hit 5-star diamond. Okay, and the point is, it doesn't matter how fast she did it or when she did it because she believed in herself so much that it was so important to her. Okay, and so that's one example of believing in yourself. I want every single one of you to write a date down. Kathy, you're making me hungry. That looks delicious, by the way. Just kidding. I love it. I just have to play with you. I have to pick on somebody. Kathy, you're awesome. I know you're a fantastic coach, so thank you. But I want you all to think about that, okay? Think about that belief in yourself. I want each one of you to write down a goal, when you're going to achieve it, and how you're going to achieve it, okay? Going back to Wendy said summit goals. We have summit in how many days? Does anyone know?
2 months and 3 days, I think.
2 months and 3 days. Thank you. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, we're a little over 60 days. So the question to you in regards to that is, what is it that, so we're told and challenged by Jeff Hill and Carl Deichler, we're challenged to create a summit before summit. So what are you creating? Okay, so 3 questions. What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? And what is it that you want to achieve? Okay, it can be a rank-driven goal, it can be an income-driven goal, or it can be, I want to help X amount of people hit Success Club. I want X amount of people to make $100 a week. I want X amount of people to achieve Diamond. Okay, those are the kind of goals I'm looking for. Why? Because you guys are all CEOs and owners of your business. It's great to say, I want to help the world. I want to be a Mother Teresa in my own world, which you are, and you should be. But as a business owner, you got to talk numbers, and you got to talk about goals, and you got to talk about things you can achieve. Because then you get that end result of being an influencer and being a leader that you're looking for. Okay? So I just kind of wanted to, so that's one side of belief, is believing in you. The other one is believing in Beachbody. Okay? Believe in the products. Okay, there's a lot of power in that. As you guys know, being a product of the product is one of the vital behaviors. But you think about what that means. Think of all the concerns you get when you mention Shakeology to someone. Somebody says, oh, but about the ingredients, or price, or I'm taking this shake, why do I need that shake? All those concerns will be resolved if you believe and have so much passion for these products. Because all you think about it when you're talking to somebody, say have you all talked to somebody that knows everything about everything about everything? And they're like, oh, let me tell you what's in your Shakeology, as opposed to you trying to tell them. Well, what I want you to do is pull back. It's not the Bible bash mentality of who knows more about their own products. It's who believes in their product more. Okay, so what I want you to do when you talk to people, I want you to let them say their piece, say what they ever want to say, relate with them on ingredients or products or anything. Relate with them in certain areas, and then after you're done relating with them, let them say their bit, and then you come out and say, I love Shakeology because ... or it's changed my life ... If it hasn't changed your life personally, share somebody else's. Say it changed a friend of mine's life ... And let them say whatever they want to say, good, bad, ugly. Walk away with confidence. What is it going to do to them? They're going to walk away going, dude, they totally believe in this. I want to believe in this too, like they do. What do they have that I don't have? That's what you want to create in them. Okay, you don't have to have all the right answers. You want them to believe in you. Okay, it's that confidence and that belief in you and the products that will make them come back around. Maybe not immediate, but eventually. Okay, so there's the second part of belief. Believing in yourself, believing in the products. And the consistency part. What are we consistent in? Obviously in yourself, in what you, in you believing in you. The other part is the action items. What are you doing daily? Okay, we talked about rank advancing once a quarter or increasing your income by like 50%. How do we do that? What does it entail? Okay, I'm going to throw it again once at Wendy here. What is one thing you'd love every one of your coaches to do on it consistently, daily? What's one key thing for you?
Personal development, huge.
Personal development. Absolutely, absolutely. How many of you are doing it? How many are saying you're doing it but aren't really doing it? I'm just playing. No, you guys are great. No, I love it. You see the reason for that, okay? I'll tell you right now, it's not who can finish a book the fastest, it's who can actually apply what they read the best, okay? I was reading a book and I love the book and I got 3 chapters in. I was like, gosh, I'm only 3 chapters in, but every chapter was highlighted and I would take principles from that and execute them and personalize them, okay? And so that's what I want each one of you guys to do. Take a chapter, implement it that next day or that next few weeks, have it on your mind, share it with your coaches, make posts regarding or relating to that as you move forward. Okay, it's very, very crucial for that. Personal development is powerful because Beachbody is awesome because you come into this business. I've never worked for a company that pushes and promotes personal development as much as Beachbody does. Kathy agrees, I love it. Because, I love it. No, because why? Because we want you to become a better person than when you came. All in all of realms of your life, not as a business builder, as a leader, as a mother, as as a wife, as a leader in your community. That's what really matters. Okay, that's the end result. Why not make a little money and make even a bigger difference in more people's lives by doing it? Okay, thank you. The other thing is the daily action items. Okay, do you guys promote a power hour or a power of 3 or some daily action items? Okay, awesome. Okay, so next question is, how do you hold yourself accountable? How do you guys hold yourself accountable? What do you guys do? Do you guys have a Facebook page that you report to? Do you have a personal message chain? Do you guys have accountability partners? Wendy, what's one of the kind of unanimous things?
We've tried a lot of that stuff, and I feel like having that accountability group does help a lot of people. But I think at the end of the day, it's your personal accountability. And if I don't want to be like the teacher of you didn't check into your accountability group, it's on you. So, and same with me, like I need to post every day in my accountability group. And it's something that at the end of the day, I don't always do, but I am getting those things done. So as a leader, that's one of my weaknesses is not checking into my accountability group every day because I'm doing it, but I'm not telling my team about how I'm doing it. And
yeah.
But yeah, we do. We have a group. It was part of our push group that, right now, everyone who's in the push, the rank in the bank should be checking in. And then I have a different group for everyone else if they want to check in too. But.
Good. Does that work for you guys? Thumbs up, thumbs down, or you have a better idea, or you want to do it your way? How many of you guys are very independent where you're like, I like to do it my way, thank you, but this works too. Thank you, Wendy. Okay, Lauren, thanks for being honest. Okay, Mallory's the same way. Okay, let me give you an example, okay? As Wendy mentioned, I do like to pretend I can run every once in a while, okay? I do have a passion for doing races. And one valuable thing on accountability, okay? The only way to achieve your goals is by accountability. And when I started my Ironman a year ago, a year in advance, you have to start training. Well, week 1, I was like, I'm self-motivated, I'm self-driven, I don't need an accountability partner, I'll be just fine, leave me alone, let me just tackle this, I want this bad. Week 1, I'll be honest with you, I killed it. My training was fantastic, it was the best in the world. I was like, dude, I'm gonna own this race. Okay, then we go into week 2. Second day into my training, I'm in the pool trying to swim, and I'm like, I'm not really feeling it. Halfway through, I start kind of just side stroking it, dog paddling. Look at the hot tub. Man, that hot tub looks pretty nice. I think I'm going to go sit there for a few minutes. I go sit in the hot tub to get ready, go to work, call it a nice hard day. What do I say to myself? Maybe I'll finish my workout later today. Or, I always got tomorrow. Okay? The next day, all of a sudden I did a trigger in my head. The next day I was like, I'm not really feeling it. I always have tomorrow or maybe later today. So I decided to go to breakfast instead of work out. Okay? Because what did I say? I can do it later today or tomorrow. Anyone ever say stuff like that? Okay. So I finished that week, and all of a sudden I was supposed to get 5 out of the 7 days in workout, and 2 days were days off. I worked out only 3 of the 5 days. Okay, that's my week 2. I went, holy crap. I'm going to put a lot of money, time, pain, and energy into something that I'm not going to achieve, and it's going to be horrible if I don't put in what it takes. Okay, and I want you to all to relate this to coaching, okay? So I decided to change something. I went and got a couple accountability partners. Okay, there's 3 accountability partners I want each one of you guys to get. The first one was somebody within the business. Okay, I got a tri-coach. My tri-coach created a workout for me, made me follow up, and after every workout, I had to send it back to him. Okay, how many times do you think halfway through a workout, I did not want to finish? And I was like, I do not want to send this to my coach. Yeah, and how many times did I do a workout or I didn't hit my goals I wanted to, and I was kind of pissed at him going, no, I'm not sending it to him. Fine, I will. I sent it to him. And sometimes it was half. And sometimes he'd say, hey, you got to go and finish up later today. He held me accountable. It was very, very important for me. Okay, so with you guys as coaching, same kind of thing. Now, the second one is yourself. How many of you guys are sticky note people? You put sticky notes over everywhere and under the sun. RUL, Mallory, a lot of you guys, Kate, excuse me. I am too. I put sticky notes on my laptop. I put them on my steering wheel. I have them on the mirror at my house. Okay, why? Because I want to stare those goals in the face. I want those daily and monthly and yearly goals to be looking back at me. Because why? It's motivating, but it also just like, gosh, do I really have to do that today? Oh, fine. Because your why is so important to you that you're willing to do what it takes. Okay, so second accountability partner is yourself. Okay, already the probability of success is getting higher. The third accountability partner that I want you to really think about, and this I think is one of the most important ones, is somebody outside the business, whether it's a spouse, significant other, or family member. Okay, this is why. They may or may not understand why you're doing this opportunity. They may look at you going, it's cute, you got a cute hobby, or you're wasting all your time doing this, is it gonna pay off? Or I love you and support you, but I don't understand. This is why this is so important. I want you to sit down that loved one and review your goals today and say, I'm making X amount of dollars and this is where I'm at today. In 3 months, let's sit down again and see what kind of progress we made. Did we, 1, increase the income? Did we, 2, hit the goals that we wanted to achieve? Okay, and so I want you to think about that and say, because what's going to happen is that loved one or that business partner or success partner you had outside the business was going to sit down with you and support you and say, hey, I need to take some certain hours and sacrifice some time to make this happen. And then in 3 months, sit down again and look back and was it worth it? Should we go 1 more quarter? But not only are they following your goals, but they're also following your journey. They're going to start becoming a believer and supporting you even more so by seeing the successes and the wins that you're having every quarter. That's why it's important. An example I want to share with you is when I was training for my Ironman 6 months before my race, my wife, okay, she knew my workout schedule. I worked out in the mornings, went to work, came home, and was with my kids. Well, one morning I was tired. I thought I deserved a break to sleep in. I sleep in. I go to work and I come home and at this time I have 3 daughters. I have a 6-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 9-month-old, 10-month-old now. And so you can see how being at home is very important to her and to me. But I'm here sacrificing this goal of mine at this time in our lives because it's important to me. So we made that commitment. Well, I slept in that morning and went to work and I come home and obviously she's, time is of the essence. We want dad home more. I walk in the door going, hey, sweetie, I'm home. Ideal situation. I smell dinner cooking. The little kids run up to my legs. My wife gives me a hug and a kiss saying, welcome home. The ideal welcome home for a dad, right? I walk in. My wife looks at me going, what are you doing home? I go, what are you talking about? I'm home. She goes, what are you doing home? I go, are you kidding me? She goes, you're not supposed to be here. She goes, you slept in this morning. okay? And then you went to work, and I know you didn't work out at work. So you need to go out there and get your workout in. I go, what's one day? I can make it up tomorrow. I'm already checked out. Let me just relax. I want to be here with my family. I tried everything under the sun. And the thing is, my wife is not tough. She's usually a pushover. She's usually like, oh yeah, you're fine. But she held to her guns that day. I griped and complained. Finally, I went out and did my workout. I came home and gave her a big hug and said, thank you. Thank you for holding me accountable to my goal that I wanted. She goes, I want you home more than anything. She goes, I want you home more than anything, but this is a goal that's important to you, so because it's important to you, it's important to me. Okay, when I crossed that finish line at that Ironman, I had my tri-coach and my wife, my 2 accountability partners, and obviously me, my third, all there at the finish line to share in the success of that win. Okay, I want each one of you guys to look at your goals for this quarter and this year end, and I want you to circle that date on the goal date that you have for what you want to accomplish by summit by the end of the year. And I want you to circle that date. And I want you to get your 3 accountability partners and get them all on board to sacrifice and support you through everything, through the ups and the downs, the lack of and the strong motivation that you have each day. And make sure you achieve that goal. Because that bottom line, we want you to accomplish it. I mean, Wendy Jo is experiencing this awesome experience with Beachbody, and she wants every single one of you guys to experience what she is. She's making great money and having great opportunities, and it's only just begun for her. But she wants it so bad for each one of you guys, as I do and Beachbody does, and we're all here as a family to make sure that happens. Okay, and Wendy wants it more than anything for you guys, and so let's make it happen. Okay, so that's kind of my challenge to you. Is the accountability partners, your goals by summit, and what you're willing to do on the belief side. So that's what I kind of have for you, Wendy. Anything you want to add to that?
I love that. I think the accountability, just rejuvenating that in my head, because it's so important. And, you can get caught up in all the other daily action items, but if you're not doing the specific things every day, consistency, like the first thing I said, and telling someone about it, then you're really not being that consistent at the end of the day. So I love that. And thank you so much. It's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm excited to see you all rock it. I'm excited to hear how everything goes for you guys. We'll do a follow-up, in a few weeks, or, it's May, maybe in June, we'll kind of do a follow-up, kind of gauge and check where you guys are headed and, and what direction you're headed towards Summit, and implement a few new things. And so next time we talk, let's go around and have everyone share what they implemented starting today, what they practiced, and what results they ended up with. It can be very minimal. It can be some personal development stuff. It can be some goals. It can be like, dude, I challenged myself to 1 new coach a week. Boom, I brought in 1 new coach a week from the last time we met. That's 1 coach a week. That's 4 coaches a month. Are you kidding me? That's 48 coaches a year. But as we know, reality is 4 coaches a month, 50% fall out. Say 2 coaches a month move you forward. That's 24 new coaches a year.
Awesome.
Okay, that's moving your business forward, and that will take you where you guys want to go.
Definitely. And step 1 of accountability, everyone on this call. So Jeff wants us to do our what goal, how, and when under this post in our team page. I want everyone on this call to do that for June, whatever date in June that you want to set. But I think we should have a June date for that goal and post it so we can all hold each other accountable too. But that's my little assignment to you. Obviously, you have to reach out to your, to your outside of business partners, but let's hold each other accountable, just who was here. And does anyone have any questions for Jeff? I totally, upsold you about how awesome you are. So.
Oh, overrated.
No, you were awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
Anyone? Any questions? Here's your chance. You know how much I talk about this guy. You can ask him whenever you want. All right.
Awesome, you guys. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Okay, thanks so much, and I'll talk to you next week.
At what point do we get
Oh,
to
Kathy, you have some?
on a regular basis, like how Wendy does?
Oh, what was the question, Kathy? We can only hear you at the
My
end.
microphone not working?
No, it's on now.
Can you not hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, let me message it.
Oh, she can't hear us. We can hear you. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you can't hear me
We
now?
can hear you.
So you can't hear
Kathy,
me?
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Because I put you on mute. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah.
Kathy, you're awesome.
Thank you.
Great question. Great question, Kathy. No, how it kind of works is we're trying to get as many, tools as possible for you guys. And what we have right now, I'm the regional, manager for the Central Region. I work with 2-star diamonds to 5-star diamonds. Our known Akaha, the director of Central, works with 6-star diamonds to 14-star diamonds. Then we have Jeremy Red, he's a VP of sales, works with 15-star diamonds. So 2-star diamond is when we start doing that. We are in the process of hiring an associate manager that will do diamond training as well as work one-on-one with 1-star diamonds, okay? We do have those in other regions. So if you have any coaches in the West region or the East region or Canada, we do have those available. So we're in the process with Central. Right now, we do have diamond trainings going on. Jeff Mathewson, our Canadian manager, is doing the star trainings for us in the Central region. So if any of you guys are diamonds and would like to tap into his diamond trainings, feel free to reach out to him. It's Jeff Mathewson, and if you need his name, Wendy will get it for you, or shoot out to me, and you can tap into his diamond trainings that he has scheduled already. Great question, Kathy.
Okay, and then I have, I think, 3 coaches on here that are so close to getting to diamond. Any words of advice to push before the tournament? That 8 days.
May 20th. Okay, who's close to diamond? Who wants it? And how many coaches away are you? Talk to us. Get your mute off. Tamsin West. You have 10 coaches. You got to go. You did this.
Well, no. I don't have 10. I have 2 that I need, and then to get my husband to Emerald, I need 2 for him.
Okay,
so 4.
Good. 4 coaches. Okay, you got it. Okay, thanks. I'll get right back to you. I have answers for you. RUL. You said it too.
Amy. Oh, you're muted still. Oh, you're having trouble with the audio.
Okay. Okay, you're good. I'll just tell you then. So the biggest key is you guys are coaches away. May 20th is your deadline. You want it. You want it bad, you guys. The sooner you hit it, the sooner you get that learning curve done, the sooner you move on and continue with your business. I would probably say, 1 coach. Oh, let's see. Oh my gosh, you are so close. Get it done. I'll tell you right now, keep rocking it. Okay. I would go for your lowest hanging fruit. I would look at everyone you reach out to and say, who has the highest probability of saying yes and wants to be a part of this? Okay. Get them right now on a call, get them on a group call, get them on a call with Wendy and say, or do a what is coaching or a coaching opportunity call, get them on. If you have anyone that's teetering on it, entertain them. Say, hey, why don't we spend 1 hour and show you what is the life of a coach, lifestyles of the coach, rich and famous, show them what this opportunity is. Show them what day-to-day activity is and what it really entails. I know you don't have time to do a whole week because you're 8 days away from your goal, but do it 1 hour. Say, hey, let's get on the call and I'll give you 1 hour sneak peek of what we do.
And we have a call this week. So.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. So
awesome. I knew Wendy was all over it.
Set up for that, but yeah, I think
awesome.
It's hard when there's this goal so close and you don't want to feel like you're pushing so hard and with the fear of failing. But at the same time, I know some of you guys are you do want it. And even if you potentially could sign up more than that this week. I think if you really can believe it and try to put those action items in, like we've talked about, it's possible. It's just you believing in it and really pushing for it. So.
Well said, Wendy. I couldn't say it any better. Perfect. Yeah, but honestly, reach out.
Jeff.
What's that, Wendy?
I was saying, I just said alrighty. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're good. I'm right on the same page with you. Just those main action items of reaching out to those lowest hanging fruit, the people. Look at your lists and go onto Facebook. Go to where you're and say, okay, who is it that would probably say yes? Who is it that I'm afraid to approach? That's another thing with consistency. Face a fear every day. Face those people would be good that will probably rebuttal or say no. Challenge them anyway.
You have nothing to lose.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
One other quick question is how many touch points does somebody need to have before they say yes, on average?
isn't it 3 to 5 or is it more than that?
And look at that. Yep. Very good.
10?
It's 7.
7.
7. Okay. Look at how awesome Beachbody sets it up. They see an infomercial. There's one. Strategically, why are you guys posting so much? They see one of your posts. There's 2. They see another infomercial. All of a sudden you invite them. What? They say no. You're freaking out going, dang it, I lost that opportunity. They don't want it. No, that's only 4 times they've heard about this. Then they see another post of yours. Then they see another infomercial. Then you ask them again and they say yes. Now you're the best coach in the world. You rock it. And they're like, holy crap. You're like, man, Wendy, I am so good. I just got this coach. I'm really good. Because 7 times. That's how important your posts are. That's important it is for them to see things. So I want you to keep that in mind, okay? So always walk away with a smile on your face saying, hey, that's one more touch point. They need to see a couple more posts, and I'm gonna go ask them again.
Go for no. Yeah.
They'll come around. That's right. Awesome, Wendy. Thanks again, you guys.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Thanks for your time, guys.